record. All right. Just in case somebody comes in. And we are going to start, since it's just you and I, we're going to start on our backs with the blocks underneath. So we're going to start in supported fish. So let me welcome everybody. Welcome to Wednesday Night Winddown. I'm Tim Michelle. Thank you for joining us tonight. So we're going to start on our backs, and we're going to start in supported fish. So we're going to have a block up and a block in horizontal position. The base of your head is going to go on the up block, and right at your bra line is going to go on the horizontal block. So if you want, you can just even touch it there. So as you come down, now if this feels like you can open up on your back a little bit more, you can take the block that's under the base of your head and let that go horizontal. You can let it go vertical or horizontal. If you really want to open up that chest and that thoracic area. And my arms are lying out like diagonal. And you'll feel your chest opening. Now, this should feel pretty comfortable. If it doesn't, move around. And, we're looking like right between the shoulder blades, under where the bra line is, and the base of the skull for it. And your chest, as you open up and you inhale, the chest opens, exhale, it collapses. Inhale, the belly lifts and opens, the chest opens, exhale, chest falls, the belly falls. Inhaling and exhaling. The neck is long. Let's do a 4-count breath. Let's inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to hold it for 2 after we inhale. So let's inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Now let's come back to our natural and organic breath. I'm gonna read a little inspiration while you're grabbing that relaxing time. And this is how you manifest your desires. Decide what you want. Believe you can have it, and believe it is possible for you. And then close your eyes every day for several minutes and visualize already having what you want. Feeling the feelings of already having it. Come out of that and focus on what you're grateful for already and really enjoy it. Then go into your day and release it into the universe and trust that the universe will figure out how to manifest it. So now let's take the blocks out from underneath our back. and lie down and kind of roll from side to side. Feel that opening in that upper chest and back. And now let's point the toes and reach the arms up over the head and inhale and reach, reach, reach. And exhale and relax. Inhale and reach, reach, reach. Exhale and relax. Inhale and reach. Exhale and relax. Now let's bring those knees into the chest and wrap the hands around your shins. And let's rock from side to side, feeling a little release in the back of the hips, back of the pelvis area. Now let's let the knees rock and go in a circle, massaging all the areas of that lower back. Come back around and rotate in the opposite way. Now let's let the knees fall over to the left side and extend the arms out into a T. And go ahead and look over at that right thumb. If you want a little more stretch, you can put your left hand on top of your knee and give it a little tug. Remembering to breathe. Now release the legs and let them come up to the center. Now let them fall over to the right side. And you can go ahead and look over at your left thumb and put your hand on top of your top leg. Give that a little bit of a tug. Now let's bring the legs back up to the center. Wrap your hands around the shins, and we're going to begin to rock forward and backwards, massaging the whole area of the spine. And we're going to rock all the way up over into our seat. And we're going to lift our hands up over our head. On the inhale, exhale, let's bring them into prayer pose. Inhale up over our head. Exhale the fingertips down to the sides of our bodies. Now we're going to inhale the left hand up and exhale it over. And we're going to keep both of our hip bones on the ground. We can, if your neck feels comfortable, you can turn it up and look at that arm. We're going to feel a nice stretch from our hip to our armpit. Let's inhale the arm back up and over. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale it over. Again, our hips are on the ground. We can look at our top raised arm. Nice stretch from the hip to the pit. Inhale the arm up. Exhale it down. Now let's inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale the left hand onto the right knee and the right hand behind you. Inhale, sit up straight. Exhale, twist. Inhale, sitting up straight, like a string is on the top of your head, pulling you up to the ceiling. Exhale and twist. Inhale, reach that crown to the sky. Exhale and twist. Inhale, up. Exhale, release the hands, and let's come back around to the front. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale the right hand to the left knee and the left hand behind you. Inhale, crown to the sky, sitting up straight. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach that spine straight up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, up. Exhale, release the hands, and let's come back around to the front. So now we're going to, the spine can move 6 different ways. We've moved it side to the right side, to the left side laterally. We've twisted each way. And now we're going to move the spine forward and backwards. So we're going to inhale our chest forward into a seated cow, opening up that throat and chest. Exhale, round the shoulders, belly button to spine. Inhale, opening up that throat and then chest. Exhale, round the shoulders. Inhale and exhale on your own breath here a few times. All righty. So now let's inhale our arms up overhead. We're going to look at our thumbs. We're going to have our core engaged. We're going to reach out of our fingertips and lean forward as far as we can. Core engaged. Reach, reach, reach until you can't reach any further. And then let those fingertips come to the ground. Let the neck and the head fall. Continue to breathe. And then let's walk those fingertips back to our body. So now we're going to come over onto our hands and knees. And we're going to do a little cat-cow here. We're going to have our hands directly underneath our shoulders and our knees directly underneath our hips. We can place 2 hands together to make sure our knees are 2 fist widths apart. I'm going to be on my fist for wrist. When either your hands can be flat on the ground and the right underneath your fingers and the lower part of your hand are going to be flat on the ground, or you can use a fist. If you typed a lot, the fist for wrist might be a good option. So let's inhale into our cow, expanding the collarbones. Exhale, round the back, belly button to spine, and your cat. Inhale, cow, opening up the collarbones and the whole chest. Exhale, round the back, tilt the pelvis. Inhale, exhale. You might want to go from side to side, looking at your back foot. Now let's sit our hips back toward our feet, and we're gonna reach our hands out a little bit further, and we're gonna go in circles, opening up the hips. Motion is lotion. Might feel a little creakiness in those hips. Come back around the other way. Alrighty, now let's come back into our tabletop. We're going to inhale. We're going to place our right hand a little bit closer into the center of the mat. We're going to inhale and lift our left hand up to the sky. Now let's bring it down parallel to the ground. Inhale up. Exhale parallel. Inhale up. Exhale, let's thread that hand underneath the right arm and place the shoulder onto the ground. You can take your right hand and walk those fingertips up to the top of the mat. And remembering to breathe as we get those nice shoulder stretching in here. Now bring the right arm back down to frame the face. Press into the mat. Bring the left arm up overhead and placing the left arm down on the mat. Now let's bring the left arm in toward the center of our mat. And we'll take the right arm and reach it up over our head on an inhale. Exhale, the right hand parallel to the ground. Inhale, up. Exhale, parallel. Inhale, up. Exhale, that hand, thread it through the left, underneath the left arm, placing the right shoulder blade on the ground. And let's take those left fingers and walk them up to the top of the mat. Remembering to breathe here. Now take the left hand and bring it back to frame the face. Press into the ground and reach the right arm up overhead and bring the right hand down. So we're in our tabletop. Now we're going to extend our left foot back and just the toes are on the ground. We're going to reach back into the heel, extending, flexing that foot, releasing the Achilles, getting a nice stretch there. And we can inhale and lean forward, stretching out the toes. Exhale, reach the heel back. Inhale, come forward, stretching out the toes. Exhale, release the Achilles. Now, if you get your balance, you can lift your right arm up. And now gain your balance. If you have your balance, go ahead and lift that left leg back so it's parallel to the ground. And maybe pulse it a few times, activating the glutes. And inhale and reach opposite ways. Exhale, bring the knee to the elbow. Inhale and reach. Exhale and crunch. Inhale and reach. Exhale and crunch. And now place the knee down on the ground and the palms down on the ground. And we're going to extend the right leg back. Now we're just going to press into that heel, stretching out the calf, the Achilles tendons there. And we're going to inhale forward, stretch out the toes. Exhale, flex the foot. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Now let's reach our left hand out and gain our balance. If the balance is good, go ahead and lift that back foot and pulse a few times to activate the glute. Reach, reach, reach on the inhale. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Now let's bring our knee down and our hands down. And let's take those knees open to the width of the mat and reach your seat to your feet and reach your hands out. And this is our child's pose. This is our resting position. You can come here anytime you want to during class. It's a great place to regain your breath if you lose your breath. Remember, yoga is breath and movement linked together. So if you're moving and you're not breathing, you're not doing yoga. So come back here, relax, catch your breath, and then rejoin. So now let's take our hands and walk them over to the right side of the mat and place the left hand on top of the right hand. Get a nice side stretch here. Now take the hands and walk them over to the left side of the mat and place the right hand on top of the left hand. Alrighty, let the hands go back down to the center. And we're going to tuck the toes and press the hands into the mat and lift the hips up to the sky. And this is our first down dog of the day. The knees are still bent. Our feet are a little more than hip width apart. The hips are looking at where the ceiling meets the top of the wall. The arms are not buckled. The fingertips and the whole hands are gripping the mat. And your head is looking between your knees. Collarbones are open. Down dog can be a resting pose, either down dog or child's pose. So now let's bend those knees and let's look at the fingertips. We're going to walk our feet toward the fingertips and come to the front of the mat. And we're going to hang out here in this forward fold. And go ahead and take your hands and grab your elbows. We can rock from side to side in a ragdoll pose. Now take the hands and walk them up the legs slowly as we're breathing. The head is the last thing to come up. All righty, now we are at the top of our mat. We're gonna let our hands face forward. We're gonna open up our chest and our collarbones. We're gonna feel the four corners of our feet, the two corners in the front the two corners in the back. We're going to inhale and look up and bring our hands overhead. And we're going to exhale our hands through prayer, hinging at our hips, leaning over into our forward fold. Inhaling and exhaling here. The knees can still be bent, slight bend in here. So now we're going to inhale and come into a flat back. Our half forward fold. Inhaling and exhaling into the forward fold. Inhaling and exhaling. Now let's bend our knees a little bit, press into our feet. Inhale our arms up overhead and bringing them down back into our prayer position, into our mountain pose. So now let's do that one breath, one motion. Let's inhale the arms up overhead. Exhaling, hinging at the hips into forward fold. Inhaling to our flat back. Exhaling into forward fold. Inhaling, press into the feet, reaching the arms up overhead. Exhaling through prayer into mountain. Very good. Now we're going to add on. We're going to add on. That's the top part of our sun salutation. We're going to go to our bottom part of our sun salutation. So let's inhale the arms up overhead, hinge at the hips, come into forward fold, inhale into flat back, exhale the hands down to the mat. We're going to bend the knees and step back with the left foot. We are in our lunge. Now we're going to step back with the right foot. Here in our plank. Let's bend the knees. Inhale. Exhale the body all the way down to the ground. Now let's place the hands underneath the shoulders. The elbows are tucked in to our body. We're going to inhale and press our hands and lift our chest up a little bit into our baby cobra. And exhale our hips back to our feet into our child's pose. Inhale and exhale. So let's inhale up to a table pose. And we're going to get into our modified plank here. I'm going to try that again. So inhale, exhale down to the mat. Inhale into baby cobra, elbows tucked in. Exhale the hips back to the feet. Inhale into the table. Come into our modified plank. So inhale here. Exhale the body all the way to the ground. Inhale into baby cobra. Exhale the hips back to the seat. So now let's tuck our toes. And we're going to lift our hips up to the sky into our down dog again. Inhale here 3 times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One last time. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to take our right foot and step it between our hands. Inhale. And step our left foot back. Exhale. Inhale into flat back. Exhale into forward fold. Inhale the arms up over our head. Exhale through prayer into mountain. Very nice. Very nice. So now we're going to go do the whole thing. Okay. So let's inhale arms up overhead. Exhaling, hinging at the hips into our forward fold. Inhaling into flat back. Exhaling the hands down. Inhale and step the right foot back. Inhale here. Exhale and step the left foot back. We're in our plank. Let's lower our knees, so our modified plank. Inhale. Exhale the body down to the ground. Inhaling into baby cobra. Exhaling the hips back into child's pose. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips up into our down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So let's bend the knees. Let's look at the fingertips and let's step the left foot up. Inhale and step the right foot up. Inhale into flat back. Exhale into forward fold. Inhale the arms up over the head and coming down through prayer into mountain. Very nice. Very nice. Good. So we're going to go. It's a little bit hard on the carpet, you know. I don't have my balance as well. So now we're going to do both sides, okay? So we step back with the left and we step back with the right. We're going to flow through it and see what we can do, okay? So inhale the arms up overhead. Exhaling, hinging at the hips, hands to the ground. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, hands down and step the left foot back. Inhale, step the right foot back. Inhale, drop the knees. Exhale, lower the body down to the ground. Inhale into baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, and let's reach the hips up to the sky into our down dog. Let's inhale and step the right foot up between the hands. Exhale. Inhale and step the left foot up. Come into flat back. Exhale into forward fold. Inhale the arms up overhead. Coming down into prayer pose into our mountain. Very nice. The other leg. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Come into forward fold. Inhale into flat back. Exhale the hands down. Step back with the right foot. Inhale. Step back with the right foot. We're in plank. Lower the knees. Inhale. Exhale down to the ground. Inhale into baby cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes. Lifting the hips up into our down dog. Bend the knees a little bit. Look at the hands. Inhale and step the right foot forward. Exhale. Inhale, step the left foot forward. Inhale into flat back. Exhale into forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale through prayer into our mountain. Very nice. So now we're going to try to do a little bit of balancing. We're going to come onto our mat. We're going to feel those four corners of our feet. Again, we're going to lift our right heel. We're going to activate our left glute. We're going to bring our hands on our hips just to make sure that we don't want to have that hippiness. We want to make sure that we're solid in that left hip. We're going to inhale and bring that right knee up. And look at something that's not moving. I'm looking at something that is moving. Don't look at me. Look behind me, because I'm going to wobble. And we're going to feel our four corners in our feet. If you are engaging in your core, and your glute is engaged. That helps stabilize a little bit more. And then go ahead and bring that leg down. Now, maybe my right leg will be better. So I'm going to engage in my right glute and lift my left heel, open up in my collarbone, engage that core, lift that leg up. All right, let's bring that leg down and shake it out. That side was a little bit better for me. All righty, so now we want to come and bring our feet to the outside edges of our mat. Let's bring our arms up overhead. And we're going to exhale our hands through prayer and come into our Malasana, our yogi squat. And go ahead, blocks are a really good modification. If your yogi squat is here, this is also a fine yogi squat. So, you can have your hands on your knees. Remember, what we want with our yogi squat is we want a nice line from the base of our spine coming out through the crown of our head. So whether it's here or here, we just want that strong line. So if we're going to be here today, let's take our left shoulder and dip it down. And inhale up. And exhale and dip the right shoulder down. Inhale it up. Dip it. Alrighty, now let's bring our hands down to the mat. And we're going to come into our L seat. And this, we've been here before, but only this, when we were here in this same pose, we called it flat back. So our feet were on the ground. Our legs were strong. We're going to activate our quads. We're going to have our head like that little string is pulling our crown up to the ceiling. We're going to reach our arms up overhead, and we're going to lean forward with a straight back. So you can't go any further. You can rest your hands on your shins. Then go ahead and walk your hands up your leg. Now let's take our feet and bring them in to our butterfly pose, Matasyasana. And our feet are touching each other. And now we're going to lean forward, but we're going to round our back and kind of think about putting our nose to our toes. And gravity will pull you down. Bring your head back up. So now we're going to extend our left foot out. And our right foot is on our inner thigh. I'm going to look the other way so we can get a better view. And we are going to take this right hand, or this left hand that's extended over our left foot, and we're going to wrap it around our body and place that, lean that left shoulder toward the knee. So this hand is out to the same leg and the same arm. We're going to take the arm and wrap it around our body as we lean that shoulder toward the leg. Yes. And we can take the right arm and lift it up. And that kind of helps us fall over into the stretch. Both hips are on the ground, and we're feeling that nice stretch on the side of the hip. And inhale the arm back up. And so now we want to take that knee and let that knee come straight up with that same extended arm. And let's wrap it around the knee and take the right arm and look back and get a nice twist. Taking the chin now and kind of leaning it and twisting it over toward the shoulder. All right, let's relax and come back around to the front. And now we'll use our opposite leg. And that would be this time, the right leg is going to extend out to the front. And the left foot is going to come into the groin. We'll extend the right hand over the right leg. We're going to take that right hand and wrap it around our body. Let the right shoulder come toward the right knee. And lift the left arm up and let that weight pull us down closer toward our knee. And we want a long neck here. And we want to open up that left underarm. All right, let's bring that right arm up. And now we want to take the left knee and let the left knee come up toward the sky. We'll extend our right hand over our right leg and wrap that arm around the leg. Place the left hand behind us. And let's look over our left shoulder now. Our chin is pointing toward that shoulder. And we're sitting up nice and straight. Our back is elongated. Our crown of our head is reached toward the sky. Alrighty, now let's release our hands and we're going to extend our left foot out. And we are going to lean back. Our arms back and our feet are going to be the width of the mat. And we're going to windshield wiper our hips and our knees from side to side. Now let's extend our legs and we're going to lay all the way flat down on our back. Our knees are still bent because we're going to walk the feet up toward our seat. And we want to reach our fingertips so they can just about touch the heels of our feet. And we're going to make sure our lower back is flat on the mat and our hands are flat on the mat next to our hips. And so we're going to do some flowy bridges. So on the inhale, we're going to press into our feet and our hands and lift our hips. On the exhale, we're going to lower. Inhale and lift. Exhale and lower. Inhale and lift. Exhale and lower. And inhale and lift, and let's stay up here for a little bit. And let's squeeze our glutes and squeeze our knees together. We're pressing into the mat. We're inhaling and we're exhaling. We're lifting a little bit higher. Our neck is long. Collarbones are open. And we'll exhale and release vertebrae by vertebrae. all the way down. Bring those knees into our chest. Rock them side to side. So now it's time to come into our reclined pigeon or figure four. Let's put the feet back down on the ground. The knees are bent. We take the right foot and put it on top of the left knee, and take the right hand and press that right leg open by having the hand on the knee. Now let's take the hands and thread them through the back of the left leg and clasp them there. You can still use the elbow to open up that right leg. That feels good. You can extend the left leg so it's straight, and you can give a little tug and pull that leg in a little bit closer to you, to the body. The back is long though. Shoulders are on the ground if you can keep them down. Lower back is straight. Neck is long. Go ahead and bend that leg if it's straight. You can release the hands and let the left foot come to the mat. You go ahead and cross the legs like you're sitting in a chair. Let's extend the arms out into a T and let the knees fall over to the left side. Having a nice supine twist. You can look at the right thumb. You can add a little more stretch by placing the left hand on top of the knee. Now let the legs come back up to the center and cross the legs. Now let's lift the left foot and place that on the right knee, and take the left hand and place that on the left knee, and open up that knee some. Our next stage is to take both hands and thread them behind the right leg and clasp behind the right thigh. You can still use your left elbow to open up the left knee and hip. If you want to go a little further, go ahead and extend that right foot up straight and pull in a little bit more, making sure that back is long, shoulder blades are open, neck is long, hips are flat on the ground. You're not pulling them up. You just want a nice long spine from the base of the spine up through the back, through the neck, and coming out of the crown. Now, if that leg is straight, go ahead and bend it and let the right foot come down to the ground, releasing the hands. And go ahead and cross the legs like you're sitting on a chair. Extend the hands out to a T and let those knees fall over to the right side. Looking at your left hand, maybe placing your right hand on top of the knees, giving it a little bit of an extra tug. Now let's bring the legs back to the center. Uncross the legs. We're coming into our second to last pose of the night. That is called Happy Baby. So let's bend the feet up so the soles of the feet are facing the sky. You can place the hands on the back of the thighs. Kind of rock from side to side, making sure that spine is long from the base of the spine coming out to the crown of the head. You got that position good. The next stage is reach up to the edges, outside edges of the feet, and bring those knees into your armpits. You got a little bit extra, you can grab the big toes with your peace fingers and bring it in a little bit closer. Go ahead and release the feet. Extend the legs down to the length of your mat. Let each foot come to the corner of the mat. Open up the arms. Take up all the space on your mat. Open up the collarbones. Inhale and exhale. Bring your attention to where your heels are meeting the mat. Bring the attention to where the calves are touching the mat. Feel the place where your backs of your hips are resting on the mat. Feel where your back meets the mat. And feel where the shoulder blades are meeting the mat. Open the collarbones as you breathe in and out. Feel where the base of the skull is meeting the mat. Relax your jaws. Relax your mouth. Let the tongue fall to the bottom of the mouth. Relax your cheekbones. Relax your eyes. Relax that little space in between your eyebrows. And think about the energy coming right out at the crown of the head. And you are in Shavasana. This is your rest. So let's bring some attention back into our body. Let's wiggle our toes and wiggle our fingers. And take the hands and bring them over through the top of your head and reach out and point the toes. And inhale and reach, reach, reach and point. Exhale and relax. Inhale and reach, 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 reach. Exhale and relax. Inhale and reach, reach, reach. Exhale and relax. Now let's turn over to our favorite side and find a fetus position, the tiny infant position. Squeeze those knees into the chest. Get a full breath here. And take that top hand and press it into the mat and push your way up into easy seat. Keeping the eyes closed. Bring your hands into prayer position in front of you. And here is your daily reminder. You are beautiful. You are worth it. You are strong. You deserve to be happy. You can fight through whatever you're going through. One day you will be able to say, I made it. And today you will say, I made it through yoga class. Thank you for joining me, everybody. May joy and peace follow you everywhere you go. Namaste. Thank you. You may open your eyes. You may blink your eyes open. Namaste. I'm glad that you did too.